What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel from the ball review. Today we're going to look at a new release by Hammer, the Hammer Special Effect. My name is Pete Dohan. Welcome to the channel if you're new. If you're a subscriber and you like all my content in the past, thanks for tuning in again. Before we get into this thing, make sure to do that thing though. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you know when all my content hits the internet. I want to take time here to thank Pin Chasers Veterans for allowing me to come out here, do my ball reviews, do my coaching. They're a great partner for me and my business, and I really appreciate them. All right, let's stop yapping and let's throw some more shots. All right, nice. All right, we are out here in the morning. This is a fresh house shot. You know from the cover, this is a solid. So we want to make sure I have it on fresher oil. It's not going to be like a big change of direction ball, I believe, but I've only thrown it for a few games, and as I throw shots and you see what's going on, I'm getting used to the reaction as well. I didn't have the regular Hammer effect that came out before I was on staff. That is a pro version. This one is the solid version. So let's look into the specs of this ball. There's the core, there's the numbers, and there is the cover. How did I drill this ball? Well, I went with a standard layout. I went 50 by 4.5 by 45, basically a benchmark layout. Same layout that I put on the stealth mode. I kind of wanted this ball to fit above that. Since it is a solid, I wanted to have a solid symmetrical ball that will fit above the stealth mode. In case that one's too weak, I have a ball that's stronger than that. Oh, that's a bad one, but that's all right. Helped it a little bit. All right, and in this ball review, as I'm throwing shots, I'm going to compare to the Brunswick Mesmerize and the Hammer Effect Tour. One ball should be higher than this ball in my arsenal, and one ball should be lower. You know from the Mesmerize, it is a strong asymmetrical ball with the solid cover, and the Hammer Effect Tour has that Tour name, so it has a lower differential, a little bit closer to what the Special Effect has, but in my arsenal, this ball should fit right in between them, but we're going to see on this house shot if that's what happens. As you notice, as I started on this fresh house shot, they do use gateway arch, so there's not a lot of oil from 9 out to 1, so I do have to play a little bit with this asymmetrical piece. I do have to play a little bit farther in, along with the other two asymmetrics I'll be showcasing as well. Now with this middle differential that we have, the 050, that fits right in my category where I want the ball shape to be. Some of the ones that are a little higher in differential, I have to drill them a little bit weaker to help them get down the lane and not flare as much, but this one being right in the middle, that's why I went with the benchmark layout. All right, move left this time. Sorry guys, I know you want to know. And right now I'm standing on the big dot, 20, and we're going to throw it in between the second and third arrow. And we already flat 10'd already. That was a little slower than I wanted, a little more underneath it. I did go through a fit change, and now I'm very comfortable with them. I've been practicing with them the last couple of weeks, and hopefully it looks better off my hand. I'm not really hanging on my thumb like it did, or I'm trying to fight it out of the ball. Now this surface right here, I just scratched it with 2000 just to get some of the compound off it. Just to get it to read a little bit earlier, because with the compound, as you know from my past videos, they are a little wiggly on the fresh house shot. So I wanted a nice blend, the wet dry. And in order for me to do that with my rev rate, I have to take some of the compound off. All right, we'll throw one more shot here. Gonna move a couple more left, so stay in 22, gonna go a little slower. And then we'll switch over to the Mesmerize first. See, it came around that one, got it left to right. With this layout and with the smooth, I'm not sure how strong this cover is, but how smooth it's getting. When I play straighter lines, it does create a little more angle in the back end, but as I get in the oil, it really is round, really smoother. I do still have a little bit of compound out, so I might have to hit this ball with 1000. Like the other two, but as I go in this video and throw some shots, maybe we'll do that. Okay, we're gonna switch over to the Mesmerize. I'm gonna move back right, see how much different this ball is. This has a weaker drilling on it, has more of a 5 1/4 inch pin, with my fit change, my pap change as well. Now you can see there's tape on that ball. That is my access point. That is my PAP. That way you can get a better idea of how the ball's rolling on this one. When I did change my fit, that's the one I kind of mapped it out on, just so I can have a reference when I'm throwing it as well. All right, so that ball looked a little weird with this stronger cover. Let me move a couple left, so I gotta get in the habit of doing this. Okay, now I'm standing 18. Throw it around 11, 12 at the arrows, right where the most oil is right now for this fresh house shot for me. See, it's earlier, it's slower. But like I said, with the special effect, it is 2,000, then it shined up. This has 360, 1,000, like I did in my video comparison with the Pure Envy, and it has shined up a little bit, so it's going to give me a little skid snap kind of motion on this fresh house shot. So in a few more frames, we're going to throw the Hammer Effect Tour here in a couple shots, and we'll see. Maybe I need to scratch all three of them up with 1,000 or not. Oh. Now this is not a ball I'm going to get left or right with, but for this video we're going to do it. So back, I'm standing on 20. I am going to come around this one just to give it some shape down lane. Like that. So with a bigger, stronger, solid cover and core, I'm going to have to come around it more to play on this fresh house shot, where the Hammer Special Effect, I was able to stay underneath, stay to the right, stay in straighter angles. It could be with the layout though that's on the Mesmerize. It is 5 1/4 inch pin. The drill angle is a lot bigger. It's 55 compared to, well, 50. So it might give me a little more length, but that is a stronger asymmetrical ball. All right, one more shot. We're gonna get far to the right and go straighter. See what that does. So now I'm standing at 15. Gonna throw it 7, 8 at the arrows. Stay under it. And that ball is just way too strong to play out there on this house shot, unless I want to scratch it up. All right, then we'll switch over to the Hammer Effect Tour and see how different that one is. Try to show you how much that is a ball down, how much it is a ball down underneath this special effect. Now this lay is a little bit closer to what's on the special effect, 4 1/2 inch pin, but the angles are, like I said, a little bit different. I'll put that on the screen for you. All right, now this one I am going to go straighter. Yes, very much so. Lot straight, lot smoother, lot cleaner. Not a big change of direction, nice and smooth, which I like. All right, so since that was cleaner, we're gonna move a little bit right, not throw it so far to the right, down lane. All right, so I'm standing 16, I'm standing 14. Gotta get this right. Gotta get used to this. Let's see for that one. That one's a lot weaker. More like 4 or 5 boards weaker. And then I can play straighter, but it is nice, smooth reaction. That's what I want. My solids, I want it to be nice and smooth. I don't want a big change of direction. If they do have a lot of change of direction, there might be not enough surface on them, and I might just have to add surface. All right, so now let's do the opposite. Let's move left where I finished with the special effect, and then see if I come around it. So I'm standing 22, gonna throw right around 11, 12 at the arrows. And again, slower, come around it, and it was quicker off the dry. All right, I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna take a couple seconds. I'm gonna hit all these balls with 1,000 and just see if that changes my ball reaction or not. All right, we're back. All right, I'll hit all of them with 1,000 by hand with Avalon, and let's see how this changes the reaction. So we're gonna move left more. So I'm gonna start here. Now I'm gonna start at 23, more like 12, 13 at the arrows, because adding surface should make it hook earlier. Ooh. came around that one a lot. Really blended it out, really smoothed it out. So I don't know how, with the HK22 that's in this, I'm not sure how much, if it's a lot more or less. To get it to pick up earlier or later. So you kind of just got to find out for yourself. All right, let me throw one more. Not really come around it. Let me play a little straighter. Same thing though, 22, more like 12, 13 at the arrows. Throw it like it's a 6-pin. Ooh. Yeah, I'm liking it. It's nice, smooth, predictable. It does have a little bit, when it does hit the dry, it is a little quicker down lane, but that's what I've noticed with all the hammer balls, that's what they do compared to like maybe the Brunswick stuff. Brunswick stuff might look quicker, but it's a little more forward, and this is more continuous when it comes off the dry. All right, one more shot with a special effect. We're gonna get real in, move farther left. And I'm standing 27. Really gonna come around it. Like that. Basically, with this ball, with my rev rate and how I laid it out, yeah, the compound's not going to work for me, so we're going to keep it right around 1,000. Now, in my past videos, I talked about the Bowling Ball Arsenal Builder app from Gary Faulkner, and that's where I get the services from, and it's been pretty spot on. So if I head over to the App Store or Google Play, maybe download that, it's 99 cents, just a shameless plug right there, and plug in your numbers, and maybe you have a little more success like I've been having, trying to learn and match up the ball surface with the layout to how you throw it. All right, we're gonna go mesmerize this time. Now this one's not gonna be, should be a little quicker, but I don't think it'd be quicker than the special effect, but we'll see. All right, standing 20, gonna throw it right around 11, 12. Yep, it was. With the layout I have on it, it is a little quicker down lane, but now it has a little surface on it. It's digging in, and it's giving me a better predictable motion, even though it was a little quicker on that one, than where the special effect looked more rounder, in a sense. All right, one more time. I'm gonna move left, because stay on 25 now. More like 13, 14 at the arrows, and I'm gonna come around it. Give it a little shape. Ooh, almost 7-9. 9-pin again. 9-pin. I have 9-pin with every ball that I've drilled from Brunswick, where I was leaving a lot of 2-pins at one time. Not anymore. All right. All right, now we're gonna switch over to Effect Tour and see what that one does with 1,000 by hand. So I ain't breaking the lanes now, so I'm not gonna move as well. I was farther right because this ball is earlier. I mean, this ball is later. So I'm staying at 18. I'm gonna go right over second arrow. Gonna stay underneath it. See, like that. Notice from the first 3 shots with that ball, it was iffy. Didn't know how to blend the wet dry or cut through it. I hit it with 1,000 and money, baby, just money. All right, now that was really good. We're gonna move left. Stand. Let's see. We're gonna stay in 20, 21 this time, and go 11, 12. Play it straighter. Stay under it again. Yeah, that was a little slower and a little around it, so it did bite out. It didn't blend it the right way. So that was because my hands were in the wrong spot. Although it did hook a little earlier than I wanted. All right, one more shot, and then we'll switch back to the special effect. All right, now this is 25, 13, 14 at the arrows. Yep, so that came around it, and it slowed it down. So that ball's just not strong enough to work in there where the special effect was. So let's switch over to special effect to finish this up. Okay, a couple more shots. Let me just go nosebleed this time because everybody wants to see that. All right, now I'm staying in 30. A couple more. 16 at the arrows, 15, 16, sending it out. Gonna roll it though, nice and slow. Like that. Like that. And everybody wants to see me do this underneath it. Gotta come around a little bit, especially at my rev rate when you're playing in more oil. Okay, let's see if I can throw that one better. I've been practicing that with the dark side, so try this again. Staying in 30 again. I was throwing it better yesterday. Try it again. Oh, that's a bad one. Too soft. See, even a bad one, you get it right. All right, one more time. Let me throw a good one, and then we'll throw one where I want. Okay, so word of advice, make sure when you do get these balls and you see what they are out of box, if you don't like the reaction, please just change the surface. The surface is very important to help you cut through the oil, or to help you if you have a higher surface to get through the fronts when they're breaking down and cut through the carry down. About it. All right, let's see if I can throw this one good in here. All right, let's try it. Oh, I know what I'm doing. My feet aren't right. My hips weren't out of the way enough. There we go. Like that. Just need a little more angle. All right, let me move back right into my comfort zone and we'll finish this thing up. So we're gonna go back. We're staying 22, like 12, the arrows, and throw it towards the 6-pin down lane. 349. All right, guys, that's my ball review on the new release by Hammer, the Hammer Special Effect. It's in your pro shop now. Go ahead there, go ask some questions. Maybe this is a ball you want to put in your arsenal. As you see from mine, it fits right in between the Mesmerize, and it's gonna be Mesmerize Pre-RMV Special Effect, and then the Hammer Effector. All right, make sure you do that thing, hit that subscribe button so you know when all my content hits the internet, and I appreciate it. Peace out.